Hello everyone, this is Zevris, once again with another summoning video, real exciting, and we have the new heroes engage banner, and of course, you all know what I'm here for. I'm here for Arcane Chiang or Hyang. For now we'll go with the Chiang pronunciation, because, that's what I'm guessing it is. So, we want Alfred today, who has his weapon. This weapon is exactly what I'm kind of looking for. Although the breath effect on the initiating condition is kind of a weird one, but I'm okay with that, better than having nothing at all. Although, a bit unfortunate, he is color sharing with Chloe, whose fodder is a little specific, not quite too useful for all units, but thankfully this time we got 9 tickets, which is pretty good. So, this time specifically, I want to talk about some of the units that I want to give this on. So let's go ahead and take a quick look. So my priorities are, of course, Love Abound's Elliewood and Dancer Eldigan. Those two are the ones that I want. And so that's the goal for 2. The next thing I want, of course, is 1 for Conrad and another one for a bonus unit. So I'm looking for 4 Arcane Chiangs in general, which is a lot, but I do have a few orbs this time, so we'll see how that goes for me. In any case, extra tickets and a redeem, so I get at least 10 free summons. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to go ahead and bite the bullet and see what I get. Alright, no blues so far, that's fine. Tough to say what I want. I do want contour control for Gatekeeper, and of course, Lear herself has a lot of good fodder on her too, so I think I would just prioritize going to Lear. She has a lot of just different things in general that I would want. But yeah, I hope everyone has good luck with getting what they want. Of course, a lot of new stuff to be excited for, and also Alfred's A skill. Very interesting, a point of contention for a lot of people, but at the end of the day, a green mage with no follow-up will probably beat him very handily, as as it normally goes. It is interesting though, they're giving a lot of stats these days, I was first surprised by the amount of stats that the sumo banner for Lynn, she got quite a few. It was kind of crazy, and now, Arcane or Rearm Grima with -8 on everything. Alfred getting 20 defense just because, things are getting a little crazy in this game, but it doesn't quite discourage me. I basically play like a year behind or a year or 2 behind in this game, and my only goal, of course, is just to beat, abyssal difficulty hero battles. That's it. And of course, they'll all be accomplished with all the units I have right now, so it's very, it doesn't discourage me too much. At first it did, seeing all the power creep seemed discouraging, but at the end of the day, my goals, it doesn't really matter about the power creep. It's not relevant, because all I do is just PvE, and as long as I can do all that pretty fine, then I can just basically, get what I want, and put in minimum amounts of effort in PvP content, right? I just auto-dispatch Aether raids, and all the arena stuff is kind of whatever. Or Coliseum, specifically. Alright, so far, nothing too exciting. Oh! Alright, well, I get Pegasus Flight 4. Very interesting. A shame I have no one who can use it. But, I mean, I'm gonna hate on getting a free unit like this. And also, of course, I understand that having the pity rate reset is, not great, but it's kind of a psychological thing. I'm really thinking about it. It's marginal, right? Having an extra percent could help, or not, But we'll see. That doesn't mean it doesn't suck, though. I'll admit that. It absolutely sucks. So, whatever. This instance is not bad, and Pegasus Flight 4, might have to see if I can find anyone who can make good use of that. Potentially Thea, but I don't think she has the res for it. Her res is probably around the 30s, and having 40 plus would probably be more ideal, so we'll see. Oh, well, let me go ahead and take care of this real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, apologies for that. I should have organized my units beforehand, but well, we're back now. So let's continue looking for an arcane shield. Which, yeah, I was just organizing my units. I was looking at some 4 stars that I could possibly get some more feathers out of, but no need for that. Okay. Also, I did have plans to go ahead and summon for Byleth. However, I don't know if I'll have enough orbs for it. Asking for 4 Alfreds, in addition to trying to, you know, get some into getting a Byleth, may be a little challenging. Well, we'll see. Hopefully I get lucky enough. Maybe I can get 4 of them and have enough to spare for Byleth, but either way, a few merges don't really matter that much, but it's always nice to finish a unit, regardless. Definitely getting the spark for this, but let's see how it goes first. 2 sugar rays, okay. Speaking of, I was thinking about Conrad. Wanted to get him a lance because I saw Death Knight's lance, and wow. I don't even know what to say. He came out underwhelming and got refined with something that's kind of underwhelming as well. A very sad time to be a Death Knight fan. And seeing that kind of makes me scared for Conrad as well. I'm hoping they don't do anything bad to him. Hopefully they give him a refine that is, you know, just for him, right? Because if a weapon like that, a weapon for him, is comparable to the Arcane Lance, then, well, that's not a very good lance, is it? But currently Arcane Lance can give him everything he needs. You know, attack follow-up and also cooldown acceleration, which Cavaliers can't quite use that efficiently, or at least don't have many options for. No breath skills, or you know, getting the heavy blade proc isn't too great. But yeah, I'm getting it as an assurance that he will be, you know, fairly strong. I do like his stat line. He won't make use of the speed, but he'll surely make use of the follow-up, and the follow-up negation as well. Hopefully my barracks doesn't fill up again, but we'll see. Oh, interesting. Happy. Don't think I got her yet, so it might be the first time. Never a bad thing to have a counter. Skills are okay, nothing too interesting, so she can be used for, you know, arena assault or whenever I have a mission where I need to, you know, KO certain units. What I mean by that is specifically KOing any modern tank, you know. Specifically Fallen Edelgard, you know. Never a bad thing to have too many Fallen Edelgard checks. She's still quite strong, but with all these new units that can kill people in very many different ways, like going for true damage, armor, you know, no follow-up, all built in. Oh, another Chloe. Oh boy. Very interesting. But in general, you know, Fallen Edelgard is still a threat. But, you know, she's not so bad as long as you've been keeping up with the game and receiving modern units, you know. But, yeah. Game's power creep has gotten a little insane. Farina, okay. So far, I've gotten everything except Alfred. You know, this may spell my doom here. We'll see how it goes. I'm always just gonna hope in me that, maybe I can go get an Arcane Lance. Definitely need 2 at the minimum. Everything else will definitely be a bonus. So yeah, and also for anyone watching, apologies for my rambling. I just kind of say whatever comes to mind without much, you know, fact-checking. I'm always wondering, you know, how people go ahead and, you know, speak with so much clarity, with a lot of knowledge, and it's very difficult. Speaking just, I think it'd be easier if I had someone to bounce off of, but, you know, it's just me talking to the camera being my microphone. So, I just gotta try to make it at least as entertaining as possible, and if at least not in this video, I definitely put in my effort in my hero battle videos for sure. Ah, Fallen Indian. What does she have? I think she has a pulse tie skill, but let me take a look. You do 4 cross spur attack, which is also an Alfred, and odd pulse tie. She's alright. Let me check her skill. Okay. She basically has a ruse, which isn't too bad. More supportive capabilities is good. Oh god. Excellent. Hey look, I finally summoned Alfred, isn't that crazy? Cool, alright. 1 copy so far. Spent 100-something orbs. Let's keep going. Thankfully, I've been able to save with the recent special banners, you know, special hero banners. Don't have to care about that. So I get to save for this. And I want as many copies as I can. We'll see. Oh. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. Huh. And a second spark. That's different. I'm surprised by that. I guess I can grab a free Lear, I think. I think I will go for that. If I make it there, of course. Another Farina. Did you guys know this is my 4th Farina? I don't know why she doesn't leave me alone. I do not want any of her. I don't think she has any great skills, but I guess now that I have as many as her as I do now, well, might as well just throw it on somebody like Camus, you know? The catch skills are quite good. Probably more reliable to use than the ideal skills for sure. You know, it'd be insane if I got like a bunch of copies of Chloe and no copies of Alfred after the spark. That'd be very depressing. But, you know, it'll be fine. Just gotta believe, and if it doesn't happen, well, it is what it is. Just tell yourself it'll all be fine. I also have a sneaking suspicion that, I might get, let's see, no more Alfreds after this. Possibly more Farinas, you know, because she loves me so much. Oh, no blues. I've got a lot of blues, which is a good thing, but, you know, no Alfreds, which is okay. You gotta take summoning in stride. Otherwise, it'll break you. Getting a lot of Jagans here. You know, Jagan and Gunter should get a BST boost. I think that'd be cool, but they'll never do it because it's been a long time at this point, and the only people who'd use them are people who truly, truly love them. A shame they came into this game with lower BST than normal just because of, you know, the weird system they have with veteran BST. I believe those are the only 2 units that had that issue. And getting a lot of clears, wow. I love hit and run fodder. Hopefully one day she gets a Resplendent as well. That'd be great. Alright. Speaking of updates, Altena and Travant. I have to wonder, whenever the Refine comes around, which I believe should be soon, and a few months, span of a few months. Oh no, not another Chloe. Well, with all this thing, Stance Fodder and Pegasus Flight Fodder, it's like, my one true fear is becoming true. This is not how it's supposed to be. Oh man. Look, here's how I'm gonna think about this. The game wasn't gonna give me Alfred anyway, and I just don't happen to get Chloe. You know, I'll think about it like that way. You know, huffing a bit of copium. Oh. Well, very interesting. Yeah, close call 4. Speed smoke 4, attack speed ideal 4. Supposedly, if the math rounds out, she has about 80% special or damage reduction. It's kind of insane. And she has it built into her weapon for no reason. That's crazy. Well, cool. Not gonna say no to that. And I'm still wary of how they're gonna do the limited banners for the arcane characters. If they have a full arcane banner, then, well, that'd be pretty good, as long as there's no color sharing involved, which hasn't been done yet. There hasn't been any duplicate arcane weapons so far. Let's go for green this time. Green will be my secondary, so I can roll some free console control. I think that'd be cool. For any Chloe lovers out there, I'm really sorry that I'm pulling this many in front of you. For any Alfred lovers out there, you can go ahead and laugh at me. This has happened before. You know, this reminds me. I'm gonna go ahead and name drop Wylia. I feel really bad for her. I remember she was rolling for, you know, any variation of Julia, and they're always color sharing, and then she gets a bunch of units that aren't Julia. You know, it's kind of what's going on here, which is a damn shame. In the world of gacha, we are not just the clowns, we are the entire circus. Oh. Alright, let's just go for green. Not sure who I want to spark after this. Maybe I'll just spark for, what's her name? Celine. Okay. Yeah. And a part of me regarding Engage, I hope it ends up being a really good game. Animations look great, and it looks like a beautiful game. The Three Houses looked gross, muddy, and also had a lot of lag spikes and frame drops. You know, so I'm really happy to see that the new game's going good, although I'm not sure how I feel about the sort of direction it's taking, and the character designs, not a fan of so far. If I were to describe it, I would say it's more like, you know, people use the term more anime, but I wouldn't say that's a good description because, well, Fire Emblem is anime, right? I think the most more accurate thing you can say is that the designs are way more flashy, very distinct, and, you know, I'm gonna say this, a lot more showy, you know? Whereas some other, like, old Fire Emblem designs, of course, are more samey, more grounded, generally speaking, of course, you know? Like, you got this guy just wearing armor, a cloak, and everything, you know? Or a leather vest. Just simple. Whereas everyone in Engage, you know, really stands out, you know? And that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? It never hurts to go with a new art direction, right? But, of course, it's just not for me. I don't quite prefer it. But, of course, as long as the game's, you know, fire, that's all that matters, right? Fortunately, I won't get to play it too soon, you know, one day. Oh, hey, I just got Alfred. Isn't that cool? First time getting Dimitri. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. I have to wonder what his refine's gonna be. Regular Claude's refine was pretty bonkers in a pool of very mediocre looking refines. So, I mean, they're probably gonna give him preferential treatment along with Edelgard. So, shame about that. But yeah, back to Engage. All I can ever hope for as a Fire Emblem lover is that, you know, the game is good. Oh, and Shiro. My list of 5 stars must be looking real full right now, with only one Alfred. This is a shame, but just gotta say it. It is what it is. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going till I go dry, and any other orbs I get during the end of the month, I'll go ahead and... Oh my god, I cannot believe this. This is actually insane. Chloe's and Farina's. They won't leave me alone. This is wild. I'm actually curious about the statistics on this. I can't believe it. You know, summoning is pain. Oh wait, there's a bunch of greens here. I don't know why I wanted to roll colors, so I'm just a fool. Okay, so now we can do a second spark, which is interesting. Why does this have a second spark? Is it because of Faith has? I hope not. Okay. Alright, what do I want here? Do I want another Chloe? I'm thinking about it. But let's see. I think I'll just go for Celine and then give Kanto Control to Gatekeeper. It is his best C slot, so then I can run into some of their duels and have a great time, right? Cool. And then more Dragon Feathers and a Celestial Stone. Cool. Alright, no more Sparks. And here, let's keep going. So, anyone want my Farinas and Chloes? I'd be happy to give them away in the Fae trading system. And Delphia, alright. But I was thinking to myself, it'd be nice if Fae had a trading system, and of course, with heavy restrictions, but I know they never do it. Maybe with a 4-star, 3-star system, oh my god, this cannot be happening right now. You see, the game wasn't gonna give me Alfred anyway. I'll keep telling myself that. It wasn't meant to be. God, imagine if I had like 5 Alfreds. Wouldn't that be great? I'm gonna give everyone Arcane Lance. Crazy. I'm just realizing I only have 1 Alfred. I'm not even meeting my quota right now. This is awful. Look, I just need 1 more Fae, please. Just 1 more at the very least. Conrad can get whatever a horrible refine is coming to him. I know it. I feel it in my bones that he's gonna get an absolutely terrible, ungoated refine. I mean, look what they did to Death Knight. You know? Free-to-play units just don't have a good. Oh well. I'll just make do with every other 5-star that I've been getting. It's not a bad thing I'm getting all this fodder, but wish I've been getting, you know, what I want. The desire sensor. You know what will happen? If I want a Chloe, at least if I tell myself that, then I would get Alfred. You know what? I want Chloe. Right? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And hopefully the desire sensor detects that I really want her. And then they'll give me some more Alfreds or something. We'll see. It just wasn't meant to be. You know, my luck is actually, really thinking about it, for all the amount of orbs I'm spending. What? I'm getting so much not Alfred, it's insane. But yeah, as I was saying, my luck is kind of insane right now. I like to say that, yeah. I've been getting so much stuff. Not stuff that I want, but all this is usable, you know, to some degree. Okay. Alright. Somehow I'm down to 150 orbs. But let's just keep going. Of course, the smart thing would be to do is to give the Chloe over to Alfred, give him distant counter. What? What is going on? Somebody help me, please. This can't be happening. Whoa. How many Chloes is that? I can't keep track anymore. It's been like 6 or something. I wish she had a different skill. They did this on purpose. They gave her only 2 skills and they're not even that great. If I had more fodder value out of her, it'd be amazing. Shame she doesn't. Imagine if she had like, I don't know. Not sure if they use oaths. Just anything on her C skill would be pretty cool. But it is what it is. Just bury my sorrows. Chloe fans, I'm willing to part with 3 copies of her. Or 4. I probably don't even need that many. But yeah, now I'm thinking about it. I should probably draw my thumbnail of the summoner in despair, which is me. Yeah, I should go ahead and do that. And another Lysithea. I'm not sure which banner it was. Oh yeah, it was Choose Your Legends. I've gotten so many Lysitheas, both versions, mind you. Regular and then, of course, Brave. It was... Yes! Finally, one Alfred. The Lord has spoken. He has granted me mercy. Thank you, game. I very much appreciate it. Okay. My minimum quota has been met. But, as a greedy gacha player, I want more, right? That's all I'm ever looking for, just more. This is gonna be a long video. I'm so sorry. But hey, you can just put this on your second monitor if you have one and just take a listen. But yeah. Random side note, one thing I've been wanting to improve on is my thumbnail gang. Or not gang, but game. Thumbnails are kind of tricky. It's hard to make a nice looking thumbnail, you know? I'm pretty okay at making images that look nice, but a thumbnail, there's a certain magic to it that does involve red circles and red arrows. But I've been trying my best to make it more interesting, replacing certain units with the arcane weapons, make it look nice. Okay, 3 blues. Which yeah, in the world of editing, photo editing, all that, you know, you can only really go up as long as you're willing to learn. And speaking of, I'm not sure if I already mentioned it, I've been lost in the Chloes for so long, but I'm hoping y'all are looking forward to my next video because I'm upping my game and doing a lot more interesting stuff. You know, I want to make my intros more interesting. And of course, a part of me, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask this question if anyone cares to, you know, answer it. But do people really care about how much time an intro takes? A part of me believes that an intro should be short, quick, and to the point, right? I can be flashy as I want, but, you know, I don't want to detract too much from the, you know, the main show, which is, of course, the clear, right? Yes! Alright, cool. Another Alfred. But yeah, back to my question. You know, I'm always wondering about what my viewers want, right? Or at least what I want, you know? Sort of just trying to hit that balance between, you know, right? Like, I don't want to make my videos too much, you know, add in all this editing stuff, right? Like, you know, funny goofs and gaps and whatever. Because I don't want to distract from the main thing, but also because I'm just not funny, right? And I don't want to distract people from, you know, my main content either. So I'm just kind of wondering what people generally thought about it, but so far I've just been receiving positive feedback on my videos, and it's pretty good. But I am curious about what people think about my intros, you know. I try to keep it 11 seconds long, but this next one, I'm going to try to take a few more seconds from, you know, for your attention, right? Because I do want to make my intros cooler, you know. You can only go up, right? So yeah, if anyone wants to answer that, that'd be really nice of you. But of course, if no one watches this video, which usually doesn't seem to happen, I mean, nobody, I mean, some people, you know, just lurkers or whatever. You know, I don't mind either way. Anyone who watches my videos, leaves a comment, like, anything like that, any support is, you know, appreciated. I'm very grateful just to have, like, 100 views on a video. That's 100 people, you know, look at my stuff and, alright, cool, my luck is now turning up. My luck now that I'm getting more Alfreds, it's actually been kind of insane. I need to figure out how I want to fit this on the right panel in my video when I edit this out. It's gonna be a pain, right? Oh, God. Now I can't draw myself in despair because what despair is there to be had? I have 4 Alfreds now, you know? I have like 10 plus 5 stars. It's actually insane. Okay. And then I can just go for one last roll here. Alright. Or maybe one more. Wow. Okay. What a haul. My god. Let's see. Alright, well. A pretty good way to end it off. I believe I got 4 outfits, which is, you know, exactly what I've been looking for. 5 would have been nice, but I think for now it's time to start saving. Let me think about whether I truly want another one, but I'll stave off for now. Before I forget, let me go ahead and summon on my arena reward and see what I get. I think I'll go for red, and let's hope for the best. Oh boy, another Katarina. Alright, well, better luck next time. Maybe I should try to include these weekly arena supplements as well, but thank you as always for watching. I appreciate everyone's support of my videos, and I only wish to improve my skills and also deliver more interesting and exciting content. In that case, that'll be all. Everyone, have a wonderful day and take care. Goodbye.